I'm Michael Diamond. This is Muscle Central. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, I'm going to revise my top 6 pick for the upcoming 2024 Arnold Classic Ohio. We're about 2.5 weeks away. It might change again before the contest, but as of now, here's where I stand. 6th place, Marcelo Dangeles, Horse MD. You know, from the front, he looks tremendous. He has height, wide shoulders, tight waist, narrow hips, flaring quads, beautiful silhouette. He looks strong in the front shots. His issue is the back shots. And it's not just that he needs to bring up his back somewhat. He needs to bring up his back a lot. And he loses the back shots to most of the people in the lineup. From when we saw him last on stage, it was one of the post-Olympia shows. I forget which one it was. You see where his back is. And from that show to the Arnold Classic, there is just not enough time to make the types of changes, improvements that needs to be done with his back. It's just not going to happen. This lineup, I think that 6th place is the best he's going to do. He'll bring conditioning. He looks like he's on track for conditioning, and it's going to be his conditioning and his overall shape and structure that are going to really carry him. 5th place. Now, he's going to surprise a lot of people. James Hollingsworth. He's not the prettiest guy out there. He's not going to be the prettiest guy on stage. He's not the biggest guy, but he brings enough muscle. He's not going to be the most conditioned guy, but he brings enough conditioning. And it looks like he's on course for bringing in his best package to date. He's been working with Milo Sarchev. It looks like he's made some good improvements. And he also brings this dry, grainy quality to his muscle. And I think with the size that he will bring to the stage, the conditioning that it looks like he's bringing, with the improvements that he's made, that dry, grainy look, I think we're going to see James Hollingsworth 5th place. 4th place, I didn't have him originally in the top 6, but looking at some update pictures, Akeem Williams, you can't count this guy out. It was only a few years ago he was 6th in the world. He placed 6th at the Olympia. Carries a lot of muscle. Next, other than Samson, he's the biggest guy on the stage. Packs a lot of muscle. His only real flaw in his physique is his high lats, but he has such wide shoulders, such a wide upper back, and for a man his size, he has narrow hips and, like I mentioned with Horse MD, those flaring quads. So with that, those wide shoulders and upper back, small waist, flaring quads, it helps distract your attention from those high lats that he carries. He looks like he's on course to bring in good conditioning. Think with the amount of muscle he carries, if he brings in enough conditioning, Akeem Williams can out-muscle a lot of people, and I see him 4th place. 3rd place, I had him 3rd place before in a previous video. He's still there. Rafael Brandow. We haven't seen him on stage in a few years. He looks like he's put on a good amount of muscle. He's working with Neil Yoda Hill now. He's made some major improvements. And one thing about Raf, he has that old school classical look to his physique. And he typically brings in good conditioning. I think with the added size, he hasn't lost his shape with the muscle he's put on. He still has that beautiful shape, but the conditioning he typically brings in, I see Rafael Brandow is a strong 3rd place. 2nd and 1st, I'm still going back and forth on this, but Eden's hard. But I still have to have Samson Dowder 2nd place. On paper, when you look at all the different criteria you're judging a bodybuilding show on, Samson checks a lot of boxes. But, it's not just a conditioning show. It's more than just a conditioning show. But Hardy checks the boxes also. Maybe his check mark isn't as dark as Samson's, but he checks boxes. But with the level of conditioning, even though on paper, if you look at the different criteria, you might lean towards Samson. When you're seeing them standing next to each other, hitting the shots, the look in the muscle with the level of conditioning is totally different. And Samson, I'm not saying he's not going to be able to beat Hardy down the line, but to beat Hardy, he's going to have to bring in a level of conditioning not just above what he's brought in the past. He's going to have to bring in a level of conditioning a couple of steps above, a next level of conditioning. Otherwise, he's not ready to take out Hardy Chupon. So I have Samson out 2nd. Hardy Chupon, I think something would have to go terribly wrong for him. He's not coming into the States at the last minute. He's already in the States. So he's going to be fully acclimated and he's going to be ready to go. He has a fire lit underneath his butt with that loss to Derek at the Olympia. And let's bring this video to a conclusion. 6th place, Marcelo Dangeles, Horse MD. 5th place, James Hollingsworth. 4th place, Akeem Williams. 3rd place, Rafael Brandow. 2nd place, Samson Dowder. 1st place, Hardy Chupon. 2.5 weeks away. It's going to be a great show. You're going to be able to watch it free this year. Go to the Arnold Sports Festival website, and you'll be directed where to click so you can watch the excitement live free. Okay, if you agree, disagree with anything that I've said, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.